Hey guys, welcome back. So we're going to start with shelf number 11, which is D through part of F. I got a lot of D's and E's in here, so we'll start with Darkness Falls. Great, like, tooth fairy horror film from the early 2000s. I remember seeing it at the theater. I thought it was really creepy. Daughters of Darkness. I have not seen this, but it's a vampire movie with a more adult theme. If you can probably tell from the back. Yeah, I'll have to watch that soon. Dead and Buried. It's been a long time since I've seen this one, but it was written by Dan O'Bannon, so definitely looking forward to rewatching this. Robert Englund's in here as well. Got some effects by Stan Winston, so obviously it's going to be somewhat good with all that talent. Sorry. Dead Kids, aka Strange Behavior. This is a really weird film from, was it 81? Yeah. I watched it years ago. I remember some of it, but it's been a while, so I gotta go back and watch it again. But it's put out by Severin. This movie's been highly sought after. Deadly Eyes. It's not the best killer rat movie, but it's entertaining though. It's got Scatman Carruthers in it. So, Killer Rat. I have the first film. I think it's on a different, I think I might be in the bookcase behind me, but we got Dead Snow 2, Red vs. Dead. I enjoyed the first one a lot more, but this one wasn't bad either. So, killer, zombie Nazis, yeah, good stuff. Dead Souls. I think people are finding this at Big Lots now, so actually might, if I find it, some people are actually finding it with the slipcover. I might replace this because it has a slash through the barcode. I remember this movie being just okay. Bill Moseley's in it, so yeah. It's been a while since I've seen it, so, but I remember that house being very creepy in the movie. Dead Time Stories, really good horror anthology from the late 80s, or 86, well, I guess mid 80s. I get this one confused with After Midnight, but it's the same kind of premise, different stories. So, yeah, enjoyed this one. Vinegar Syndrome, Dear Dead Delilah. This movie was weird, but I enjoyed this one too. Early 70s, whodunit horror, but I enjoyed this one. One of my favorite films from the last few years, Deathgasm. They're actually in the process of making the sequel, so definitely looking forward to that. Yeah. Some metal horror. Corman's Death Race 2050. Haven't watched this one yet, but got it with the slip years ago. It's got Malcolm McDowell in it, as you can tell right there. Yep. But yeah, I haven't watched that one. Death Ship. Not a bad horror film that takes place on a ship. Obviously, everyone remembers Ghost Ship, but this one's like the OG from 1980. Kind of a similar plot, I guess, but, you know, you got George Kennedy, Richard Crenna, Nick Mancuso. Good stuff. Death Valley. This is with the kid, Peter Billingsley from Christmas Story. You got Catherine Hicks in here as well from Child's Play. Good stuff. Death Weekend. I recently watched this and thought it was a good assault revenge movie. This is a German release, but it is it says region B, but I actually played it in my old regular Region A Blu-ray player, and it just played just fine. So this is put out by NSM Records and Lionsgate. The best one of the three, Deep Blue Sea, the original. Yeah, I didn't even bother with the other two. I read really bad reviews on those two, so just stick with the original, and then you'll be fine. Chunky box set of Deep Red. This is just the Blu-ray release, but still cool nonetheless. You get the original version and then the export version as well on here, along with a poster and the booklet. The Descent, we really need a bigger release on this one. Neil Marshall directed this, 2005. Dog Soldiers, Doomsday. This is probably another film I'm not remembering off the top of my head that he directed, but yeah. I already showed this off recently. Double Times 5 4K. I used to have the Blu-ray. I actually still have the Blu-ray in this room, but yep, good stuff. Killer Kid movie. Digging Up the Marrow. If you guys like Adam Green, you'll probably enjoy this. If you guys like found footage type movies, you'll enjoy this. If you enjoy like mockumentaries, it's more of a mockumentary, but you'll enjoy this too. Adam Green's in here, Ray Wise is in here, Kane Hodder is in here. But yeah, good stuff. Probably one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen from the late 90s. Disembodied. Yeah, just read that and you'll understand why it's weird. But it's something you have to watch. I didn't watch the black and white version, but I'm sure it's really good, because this movie would look really good in black and white. Disturbing Behavior, really good, like late 90s thriller, sci-fi type movie. Really good cast. So yeah, Disturbing Behavior. Disturbia. Probably one of my favorite Shia LaBeouf's first, one of his better movies. David Morse plays a really creepy, like, psycho in this movie. I'm not going to spoil it because this movie's from 2007, but hey, get out there and watch it if you haven't. Dolly Dearest, really cheesy killer doll movie from the early 90s. I love that slipcover too. Don't Deliver Us from Evil. This is a really, really cool French film from the early 70s. It's about these two girls who they spend the summer together, and then they decide they want to take advantage of men and do the devil's work or whatever. But it's a fun movie. But yeah, definitely check that one out if you haven't seen it. Don't Grow Up. I remember watching this, but I can't really remember much else other than that these kids go to this town and they're the only people there. And it's really a weird ghost town. That's all I remember from that movie. The long, out of print, big box of Donnie Darko Blu-ray set. You get the theatrical cut, the regular cut, and is there another one in here? Or is that just a booklet? I think that just might be a booklet. But yeah, I've seen people buy this for like $300, $400. I got mine for really cheap. The not so good sequel, S. Darko, with based on Donnie's sister Samantha, played by Debbie Chase, who played Samara in The Ring. This takes place 7 years after her brother's death. So, yeah. It was okay. The aforementioned Doomsday, which is getting a 4K release really soon. So I might upgrade it. I don't know yet. MPI release of Dan Curtis's Dracula. I found this at Dollar Tree years ago. Figured I'd just pick it up. Never got around to watching it, but I do enjoy Jack Palance. Mel Brooks' Dracula's Dead and Loving It with Leslie Nielsen. I watched this like when it came out back in the mid to late 90s. Thought it was hilarious. Haven't seen it since. Dream Demon from Arrow. This was a fun watch. Definitely recommend this if you guys enjoy late 80s cheese. But yeah, good stuff. Dreamscape. Haven't watched this yet. I know it's crazy, but glad to have the collector's edition. Drive-In Massacre. This was a fun movie. Definitely mid-late 70s exploitation slasher. This movie, on the other hand, I thought it was weird. The Drownsman. It's been a while since I've seen this, but it's Anchor Bay. I remember some parts being creepy, but again, don't really remember much. Other than the bathtub scenes, there were a lot of those. Really cool slasher, Edge of the Axe. I think that was actually part of this sticker here I think it was actually part of the actual, not sure, I think I put that on there from the plastic. This is a fun movie though, definitely worth picking up. You definitely won't get the slip now, but The Editor. It's been a while since I've seen this one too. I gotta go back and watch it again. I remember it being really like 70s exploitation / Italian Giallo. So, but it's an American movie though, so gotta go back and watch that one. Ed Wood. Who doesn't love Ed Wood, the director, and then also this movie? Tim Burton film with a great cast. Well, almost great cast. There's one name there that everybody would rather not see again. But anyway, Ed Wood, funny movie. Eight-Legged Freaks, another cheese movie with David Arquette. Good stuff. Dougie Doug's in here too. Lynch's Elephant Man. I haven't watched this particular release yet, but I've seen bits and pieces here and there over the years. I heard this was getting a 4K. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I really love this slipcover though. So yeah, good stuff. Good comedy in there. This double feature, I bought it for Equilibrium. Don't really care about the other movie, but there is a single release of Equilibrium. I don't remember where I bought this. I think they're both on one disc. So I might just get rid of this one and just get Equilibrium. I don't know if you guys have seen Renaissance Paris 2054. Let me know in the comments. But Eraserhead, really messed up movie. A mind F, if you will. But yeah, another Lynch movie. Crazy. Escape from Women's Prison. I haven't watched this. This like women's exploitation film. There's an extended Italian version too. I have the first film in the other room, but this is the second escape room movie. They're both fun. they're both fun movies. Definitely worth watching. If you guys have seen those, let me know. The Evictors. This was a weird, like, ghost type movie from what I remember. But yeah. Pretty cool, like, I think it takes place in Louisiana, I think. Somewhere in the South. But yeah, good stuff. Evil Ed. This movie was definitely weird. You get the special edition cut on the Blu-ray and the DVD, and then the third Blu-ray you get the original cut of the film, plus an extended 3-hour making of documentary called Lost in Brainland. This is definitely a fun movie. I definitely recommend it. It's from 1995, I believe. This movie is an early Vinegar Syndrome release, Evils of the Night, from 1984. This is like sci-fi, teen comedy, weird stuff. Yeah, it's fun though. Evil Speak with Clint Howard. This movie was something else. I remember watching it years ago, thinking it was weird. Not particularly weird good, but I gotta go back and watch it again. I tried to talk to Clint Howard about this movie when I met him a couple years ago, but I don't really remember that part of our conversation. Evil Tunes. This is a weird, like, half animated, half live action film. It's got the late Dick Miller in it, and Michelle Bauer. Good stuff. Good stuff. I have The Exorcist on 4K, but this is like all 5 films, yeah, in one set. This was out of print for a while. I'm not sure if it still is or if it's worth anything now or not, but you get 1, Part 2, The Heretic, Part 3, and then Dominion and The Beginning. These are both fun films. We got the Exterminator, the first film. This was really good, like over-the-top 80s action cheese with a little bit of horror elements in it, but it's mostly action. And then you get its sequel, Exterminator 2. But yeah, good stuff. Both are good movies. Extraordinary Tales. I haven't watched this, but I think it's narrated by Christopher Lee. No, I'm sorry. It says it's featuring Christopher Lee, Bela Lugosi, Julian Sands, Roger Corman, and Del Toro. So. This is the Hong Kong release of Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. This is Zac Efron's portrayal of Ted Bundy. I enjoyed this on Netflix, so I went ahead and got the Region A Blu-ray from Hong Kong. Fade to Black. I love this movie. This guy takes on different personas, different characters from his favorite horror films. Fun stuff. Family Plot, another Hitchcock film. I have not seen this one though, to be honest, so I gotta watch this one. Family Portraits, Trilogy of America. This is like an anthology of, well, I guess you can call it an anthology. It's 3 short films put together, but it's the same director. Just about people living in America, different families. Obviously, there's murder involved. Yeah. A lot of people hate on this film, but I thought it was okay. Fantasy Island. It's different, but it's definitely interesting. It's definitely not really like the TV show, that's for sure. Fatal Games, this was really good. Really good, I guess you can call it an Olympian film. Filled with murder. Fear in the Night, I have not seen this one yet. This is a Hammer horror from the early 70s. It's got a good cast though, so yeah. I don't have the first film, but this is the second film. Fear of Clowns 2. I heard this was really bad. The first one wasn't that great either, but I found it somewhat entertaining. But this one, I haven't heard the best things on. But I met the director before. He's a nice, cool dude. So, yeah. Underrated, in my opinion, Fear of Rain. I don't like Katherine Heigl. I'm not a fan. But the lead actress in here, Madison Isman, she was really good in this. And then, of course, I am a fan of Harry Connick Jr., his music and his acting. So this is a really good movie. Definitely recommend it. Documentary about my favorite bands, Descendants and All. Good stuff. Obviously, you get Descendants. Well, actually, technically, both bands have the similar band members in it. Bill and Carl and Steven. And then different singers, Milo and Chad. But all also had Dave Smalley and Scott Reynolds singing too. So, but Chad, I think, is the current singer. But yeah, good stuff. Good band. Definitely check them out if you haven't. The Final Destination 5 film collection. I have seen all of them, but I never opened this 5-pack. Everybody hates on 4, which I understand. I'm not a big fan of part 4 either, but the other ones are fine. 1, 2, and 3, and 5. Final Exam. I have seen this, but it's been such a long time. I need to go back and watch it again. Everybody highly recommends this movie, and so do I. The Final Girls. Love this movie. I was hoping they'd make a sequel by now, but they haven't yet. It definitely leaves you wanting more. So hopefully we can get one. But yeah, Final Girls. Love that movie. The Final Terror. It's been a while since I've seen this one. It takes place in the woods. People are going camping for a weekend, and they come across a killer. Yeah, this was Daryl Hannah's in this. I forgot. Rachel Ward. I gotta go back and watch that again. Flora. I have not seen this. But yeah, if you guys have seen Flora, let me know if it was any good. I know it's Mill Creek, and they're not known to put out the best horror films on Blu-ray, but hey, to each their own. 5 Girls with Ron Perlman. Have not watched this one yet. Flesh and Fantasy. I have not seen this one yet either. It's like an early 40s film put out by Vinegar Syndrome. This is a really messed up movie right here, just because of what it has to deal with. Flowers in the Attic. Yeah, this is definitely interesting. Louise Fletcher plays really good as Grandma in this movie. Christy Swanson's in here. So yeah, Flowers in the Attic. And lastly, we're going to end the video with a sci-fi film called Foes, which I have not watched yet. But late 70s sci-fi horror. I dig it. Alright guys, that's everything for shelf number 11. Let me know if you've seen any of these and what you thought of them. And I'll catch you guys for shelf 12, probably within the next couple of days. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.